This morning, we started our trip by taking a tour bus from Tokyo to Kusatsu Onsen. The bad weather in Tokyo felt like the perfect excuse to relax in the hot springs. During a stop at the rest area, we bought some Krispy Kreme puffs filled with whipped cream and fresh strawberries. They were one of the best cream puffs I've ever had. The first onsen towns appeared on our way. The higher the bus went, the snowier the landscape became. Finally, we arrived at the snow-covered bus terminal of Kusatsu. There is a public foot bath right next to the bus terminal, where visitors can dip their feet in the hot spring water for free. Kusatsu also served as an inspiration for the anime Demon Slayer, which is why you can spot various characters from the series scattered through the town. However, the true heart of Kusatsu is the large steaming hot spring in the town center, the Yubatake. It is the most important hot spring in the region and an iconic landmark. Especially in winter, when steam rises above the blue-green water, it creates a breathtaking sight. A popular photo spot for memorial snapshots. In onsen towns like Kusatsu, you will find small hot water fontaines for warming your hands and free foot baths all around. The locals take great pride in their healing waters and love sharing their benefits with visitors. After exploring the town for a bit, we looked for a nice place to have lunch and came across the small inviting soba restaurant. Gunma Prefecture is known for its handmade, especially white udon noodles. The noodles were incredibly delicious. Both the different broths and the maitake tempura tasted absolutely fantastic. The hot soup was really comforting after walking in the damp cold for so long. These small, unassuming restaurants often hold the biggest surprises. Until our Ryokan was ready for check-in, we spent the time visiting the Kusatsu Zoo. The highlight of the zoo is the monkeys, who love to play in the snow and sometimes even take a bath in the hot springs. Today, however, they didn't seem in the mood for a dip. Maybe it wasn't cold enough for them. Instead, they sometimes warmed their hands in the steaming water. Unfortunately, the inside of the zoo didn't look very well, and there was an unpleasant smell in the air. Some of the animals didn't seem to be in the best condition, even though the staff was clearly doing their best to keep the enclosures clean. It seems that not many visitors come here, as most guests in Kusatsu focus on bathing and enjoying local cuisine. The rural depopulation might also make it difficult to find staff for maintaining the zoo in this remote mountain area. Possible solutions for the situation could include a higher entrance fee or keeping fewer animals to improve the conditions for both the animals and the staff. What do you think could solve the problem? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Meanwhile, the monkeys were joined by visitors, offering purchased food. They excitedly clapped and waved, hoping for treats from the guests. Before leaving, we tried our luck at the claw machine, hoping to win an onsen capybara. But no luck this time. At the exit, there were several pools with gawarufa fish that gently nibbled on our hands. They seemed to like my father especially. After visiting the zoo, we bought tickets for the famous Yumomi Show. This ancient tradition was once used to cool down the hot spring water for the bathhouse guests in Kusatsu. Women in kimonos stirred the water with large wooden paddles in a rhythmic motion while singing and dancing. This technique has been practiced for centuries and is a unique cultural experience that you shouldn't miss when visiting Kusatsu. After the breathtaking show, we made our way to our ryokan. The staff already waited for us outside, ready to welcome us with umbrellas in hand. We changed into slippers and sipped hot tea while the check-in formalities were taken care of. We were given a tour of the facilities and even offered a free 30-minute reservation for one of the larger baths. So we changed directly into our yukata and headed to our first bath of the day. For my father, it was his very first experience in Japan's hot springs. The bath was spacious enough to allow for complete relaxation. The air was full of steam from the hot water, so we opened the large windows. Outside, we were surrounded by a snowy forest. Breathing in the crisp winter air while soaking in the wooden onsen felt amazing. The water was also neither too hot nor too cold. We could have stayed in for hours. Back on our onsen trip to Kurokawa, the water had been much hotter, requiring breaks every 10 to 15 minutes, similar to a sauna. But it was also an incredible experience. My father was beyond grateful for the soothing bath, especially after all the walking we had done in Kyoto over the past few days. It was a much needed and refreshing change. After our bath, we returned to our room. Here is a small room tour for you. The entire room was covered with tatami. In the washitsu, the traditional Japanese style room, there was a cozy corner with a mirror behind the shoji doors. Perfect for freshening up. The washitsu itself had a traditional mural, the so-called tokonoma, a must-have element in any classic Japanese room. The table was already set for dinner, which would be served in 5 courses right in our room. Our futons for sleeping were stored in the oshire, a large built-in wardrobe. In the front room of the washitsu, there was even a kotatsu room. A kotatsu is a heated table with a warm blanket, which in winter, along with a few mandarins, is a must-have in Japan. In the entrance area, the genkan, there was, as usual, a small step to separate the shoeless area. The bathroom was divided into 3 sections, as is typical in Japan. A dressing area, a separate toilet room with toilet slippers, and the wet area with shower, and door to the private hot spring outside in the snow. We almost forgot the most important Japanese tradition after an onsen bath.
Ah ja, stimmt, wir haben ja noch den Eiskaffee.
Drinking iced milk coffee right after a hot bath is just the best.
Ja, Prost.
The traditional food in ryokans is an absolute luxury experience. We were served a wide variety of exquisite dishes, featuring high-quality fish and meat. Each dish was a work of art in itself. The vegetables and fish are always selected seasonally. A menu can therefore vary greatly, depending on the season. Most of the vegetables used in the dishes are foraged from the surrounding mountain forests, making it a dining experience that you can't easily recreate at home or find in regular restaurants in Japan. If you have the opportunity, I highly recommend choosing a ryokan with in-room dining, rather than a westernized hotel with a buffet. The experience is completely different and truly something special.
took you for a top-down drive. Just you and me and an empty road. Maybe I can make it cross your mind. Jump back in, baby, go, go, go. Oh, I know that you've been asking about me. If I tried though to get you back, would you let me? Oh, it might take some time to change your mind. Maybe everything we can make it right. Just take me back in your eyes, blinking at me like a caution light. I wonder.
After dinner, we wanted to head back to the town center for a nighttime sightseeing tour. The Ryokan offered guests a free shuttle service. All we had to do was to tell the driver where we wanted to go and when we'd like to be picked up. We asked to be dropped off at Yubatake and were amazed by the stunning nighttime illumination. The sight of the hot spring at night was even more breathtaking than during the day.
I know you've been asking about me. If I tried though to take it all back, would you let me? Oh, it might take some time to change your mind. Maybe everything we can make it right. Just take me back in your eyes, blinking at me like a caution light. I wonder if you see it. I don't really need a single other reason to make you mine. It might take some time to change your mind. I know. I wish I never let you go. Oh, I wish I never let you go.
After taking a few photos, we made our way to Kōsenji Temple. Right on time, our Ryokan driver was already waiting for us. Before heading back, we made a quick stop at the combini to stock up on more iced coffee for our next onsen session. Back at the Ryokan, the staff came by to put away the table in the washitsu and prepared our futons for the night. They also brought us some yaki onigiri as a late night snack, but we were still full from the dinner, so we saved them for the next day. We immediately started another round of onsen bathing, taking turns in the hot spring. It was incredibly relaxing to soak in the hot water on this quiet winter night, listening to the sound of melting snow dripping from the roof. Afterward, we enjoyed more iced coffee, played card games and snacked on some mandarins before heading to bed. This was all for today's vlog. Please don't forget to give a thumb up and subscribe to the channel to support me for future videos. See you next time!